few months back, Sony released two new e-readers, the PRS 300 Reader Pocket Edition and this, the PRS 600 Reader Touch Edition, complete with a 6-inch touchscreen. Now, when the PRS 505 hit the market last year, it was an instant success and was even awarded Stuff's 2008 Innovation of the Year. It was better made than a lot of e-readers out there, not to mention it was a lot better looking as well. Then there was the touchscreen toting PRS 700, which failed to impress, and this was mainly down to its blurry touchscreen, which just wasn't as successful. Well, now we have the PRS 600 and a significant improvement in the touchscreen department. But what lets it down though is its glare-prone screen. So unlike the Kindle 2, some viewing angles will need adjusting to get rid of that irritating glare. And unlike the Kindle 2, which has its own ebook gateway on the device itself via 3G or Wi-Fi, ebooks for the PRS 600 are downloaded and managed via your computer. So once the software is installed, you're free to manage and expand your library via the ebook store gateway. And Sony's ebook library software makes syncing with a desktop very easy. Here you can synchronize downloaded books, transfer RSS feeds and create collections. This is basically something very similar to iTunes, but of course for books. So basically it's a way to organize your books, which are then copied over when you sync the device. The software will also back up your content should the worst happen. So while Sony's new e-reader may be devoid of a 3G modem, its software and design is impressive enough for us to ignore this omission, not to mention the fact that it's not restricted for non-US users. The home screen is nicely laid out and therefore very easy to navigate. It's simple to use with a selection of buttons that don't dish out any complications: page turn, home, zoom and options. Now, speaking of zoom, there are 5 text size options as well as the option to change orientation to landscape. But let's not forget its touchscreen powers, so turning a page can also be done with a single swipe. We quite like its keyword search, allowing you to search your library, which is great if you have a large one. You can also search within a book, which works just like a find command on your computer. There's a notes feature as well, so simply highlight some text or scribble some notes, or not. Just do whatever takes your fancy. Either way, they're automatically collected and listed chronologically in a master notes section of the book. These can also be transferred to your computer. Like its competition, the Touch Reader supports a variety of formats, including text, Adobe PDF and MS Word documents. So it trumps the Kindle in that department because, as some of you may know, it doesn't support as much. Its other features include audio and picture functions, so you can play MP3 files and display your pics on its 6-inch screen. Now, they're not particularly impressive, especially as displaying pics on the e-ink gives your pics a very archaic and smoky feel. It can also be frustratingly slow when viewing pics from your SD card, but they're there if you want a break from reading. There's also a scribbling option with Handwriting Mode, which makes great use of the stylus. You'll also find Text Memo, making use of its on-screen QWERTY keyboard for some not-so-quick note-taking. There's no backlight, so reading in the dark presents somewhat of a challenge. And lastly, you can boost its memory by up to 32 gig via its 2 card slots at the top, one for Sony's Memory Stick Pro Duo, the other an SDHC card slot. So there you go, the PRS 600 is a great addition to the e-reader market. That's mainly down to its 6-inch touchscreen and ease of use. On top of that, it sports a rather nice ultra-slim aluminium design that's light and comfortable enough to hold in the hand, all the great ingredients for a very nice e-reader. And it's available now, so if you're on the lookout for an e-reader, you may want to consider Sony's offering.